Hello again. Let's take you live to Nasrec, where we find Govan Whittles, who is standing by and monitoring developments where Carl Niehaus is leading a number of MKMVA veterans. And followed by Govan, do stay with us. We're going to find out what the litigation by President Jacob Zuma against the sitting president means with Mr. Zikalala. But first, Govan Whittles, what are you seeing and hearing? What's happening there?
Good morning. We're coming to you live from Nasrec on the outskirts of the first day of the conference. In picture right now are members of the disbanded MKMVA Military Veterans Association. They were disbanded about 5-6 months ago. Since then, there's been a unity conference held, but they've really been activated here in support of former President Jacob Zuma and his contest, essentially, against the legitimacy of the president of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, addressing this conference. Of course, we know that the former president has asked for the president not to address the conference. He's also questioned whether the deputy president can actually address this conference, whether he has the standing to do so. And we'll get a view from these leaders on what their grievances are, why exactly they've come to stage this protest. We understand that this protest is meant to last for the duration of the conference. It was announced by Carl Niehaus, recently expelled from the ANC, but it's about much more than just Niehaus's expulsion. And joining us now to discuss some of this is Mr. Bafana Matlabe. He's the spokesperson for the disbanded MKMVA in Gauteng. Mr. Matlabe, thank you for your time. We see that the MKMVA disbanded members have gathered here. What's the purpose of this demonstration, and why have you chosen to do it on the outskirts of the conference?
Insofar as we are concerned, MKMVA is not disbanded. MKMVA is an autonomous structure that represents the interest of the former ex-combatants of Umkhonto weSizwe. As military veterans in this country, we are treated very badly. Here we are going to make a statement to say MKMVA is still alive, MKMVA lives. There is nobody that has got authority to disband us. And as a matter of fact, MKMVA combatants contributed very much into this revolution, that some of our people died. We are here today with heavy hearts because of the release also of that murderer of Chris Hani, Janus Dalus. So we are saying as MKMVA, the ANC must stop factionalizing the politics within MK. MK is alive and we are united as soldiers of Umkhonto weSizwe.
Let's talk about the factions. Is this protest in support of the concerns by the veterans of Umkhonto weSizwe, or is this a protest in support of former President Jacob Zuma?
It's not a protest in support of anybody. This is a statement that we are making to say MKMVA is a very important structure within the mass democratic revolution, and MKMVA contributed immensely into the freedom that we are enjoying today. We cannot be pushed on the sidelines, and therefore we also, I must mention it also, that we cannot distance ourselves from Nxamalala. Msholozi is part of us and we are part of Msholozi. He is a commander, patrolling commander-in-chief of Umkhonto weSizwe. He contributed so much into this struggle. He can't be treated the way that he's treated. By the way, this march or this activity is not about Msholozi alone. It's also about the status of Umkhonto weSizwe within the ANC.
But there has been an unprecedented action by the former president to attempt to launch a private prosecution against the sitting president of the ANC. What's your view on that?
Well, my view is that nobody is above the law, by the way. Comrade President Jacob Zuma was subjected to a process and he allowed himself to be part of that process. You know for a fact that he was sent to prison. You know for a fact that he followed all the procedures that they had put in place for him. However, nobody is above the law. So even if there is private prosecution, he's not the first person to start with private prosecution. It has been done before with other people as well.
Thank you so much. That is the spokesperson of MKMVA, Bafana Matlabe, speaking to Newzroom Afrika just outside the start of the first day of the conference. Let's go back to our political editor, Lucanio Talata, who is standing by in the Newzroom Afrika studio inside the Nasrec complex. Lucanio, it's over to you.